Jai Hind everyone, I recently joined DG's Alpha batch and this batch has helped me a lot in improving my confidence.
Hello everyone, recently I joined the DG group and the content is too helpful for preparation and the mock review is so eye-opening to crack the SSB.
Jai Hind everyone, I am Vanshrai. Thanks to all the members of the DG who helped me a lot to know about all the tasks related to SSB, and now I am feeling very confident for the recommendation.
So, Jai Hind everyone, I welcome you all to DG SSB, that is Directional Guidance. We basically provide some SSB insights to candidates who want to become officers in the future. So, today, for all of yours inspiration, we have one of the recommended candidate for CDS IMA, that is R.BALAJEE YADAV. So, first of all, congratulations, sir, for your recommendation.
Thank you so much, Manas, and thank you for inviting me.
Sir, that's great. You are meriting as well because your rank is 99, and that's great, sir. So before we start, let's talk about your NDA journey. As we were talking earlier only, you also gave attempts for NDA, right? So just tell me about that.
Okay. First of all, I want to ask that do we need to keep it in English or like Hindi, whatever is.
Sir, as you wish, sir.
Okay. So talking about NDA, I was in class 12th, and my first one was NDA 144 for NDA 144 course. That was NDA, I think NDA 2 2020, NDA 1 or 2 2020, yeah, in my 12th grade. So that was just because my friends were giving it, so I just also gave it that I'll get an opportunity to roam around outside.
Okay.
And because I was good at math, so because of that, I was able to clear. And without any knowledge of SSB, I went to 3 FSB Gandhinagar, and I was screen in and conference out.
Okay. So only this attempt.
And one more attempt I gave after 1 year, 1.5 year in 2021 December. That was for TES 46 or 44th course, and in that I was screen out. As you know about technical courses, right?
Okay, yeah, great. It's too much, too many people there.
Yes.
So, sir, let's talk about CDS written examination. You also were able to clear NDA written, so it would be like a piece of cake for CDS as well. So, can you give any tips for people who want to clear CDS?
Okay, so in my case, it wasn't that easy. I was able to clear NDA without studying much because I was good at maths, and in English paper and GK paper, everything is combined for 600 marks, right, in NDA. And you have 300 marks in maths. So there I used to score around 220, 210, 220 in math, and here I was about to score around 200, 220 because of English and physics. So that's why I was able to do it. But when it came to CDS, it was a bit difficult for me because in GK I wasn't able to get that sectional cutoff marks, 20 marks. So for that I faced problem. That's why I was not able to clear my first attempt. But in second attempt I made it. And the tips are that if you are aiming for IMA, then like understand where you can score max. For me, my potential was more in mathematics, so I scored above 70 there and managed to get around 70 marks, including English and GK. So understand where you can do well, and also for GK have a good strategy that what all things you are about to cover, what all syllabus you are going to do, and what all set of questions you are going to practice beforehand. Don't keep it like here and there. Structure your preparation beforehand and start at least 3 to 5 months before.
Okay, great, sir. Do you want to recommend any books जिससे basically आपने तैयारी करी हो and you found it really good?
Books, I practiced mocks for English, and for maths also I practiced previous years. But as in, I didn't follow any books religiously. I did follow video lectures a lot. Science, I did NCRT, and for geography, economics, I followed video lectures and did all the PYQs of these exams. CDS also, CAPF also, and other constable exams you have, no, and UPSC CSE also. I just did the previous years of these two subjects, geography and economics.
Okay, great, sir. So now let's come to the more interesting part, that is the SSB. So first, tell me about your experience. Basically, the differences in NDSSB and CDSSSB. What you found different yourself?
In my case, in NDA SSB, I was not even aware about the process first of all, and I wasn't even like I was kind of introvert at that time. But this time, I changed a lot of things inside me. I tried reaching out people, tried to become a bit extrovert so that I can communicate well. My communication skills, English speaking, all those things, I worked upon it, and did some exposure, got some exposure also here and there. So I was better in this attempt. In ND attempt, I was not even very much serious for defense, but in this attempt, I was very much serious. So that was the major difference. And I prepared for this attempt very well.
Okay, so sir, as you mentioned that you were quite introvert, and that is a problem for with many of the aspirants. So how did you overcome that?
So like earlier, I didn't had any reason to be an extrovert, but since I decided that I want to become an army officer, so an army officer cannot be that introvert, right? So I got a reason to be an extrovert, and the way I uh, overcome is that taking initiatives in different places from where I cannot back off. For example, I took initiative to I like playing guitar, so I took initiative to play guitar in school. This thing festival. So in that case, yeah. So in that case, there also I got some exposure. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yes, sir. Carry on.
Ah. And adding to it, I did host a complete fest also. Also I did a lot of co-curricular activities also here and there. So from there also I got to talk to a lot of new peoples, very interesting peoples outside. And also I developed a habit of reaching out people if I want to ask them something, like to unknown people. Like when I'm in airport or anywhere else, I started developing a habit that if I want to know something about someone or about something, and I know that other person know it, I will just casually ask it. The what happen is I won't be able to, right? The other person won't tell me. That's it. Nothing other than that can happen. So that's how I overcome, like, one by one.
Okay, great, sir. So, sir, along with this, what else things you did in your college life to, basically improve your PIQ?
So, like, it wasn't in my mind to improve in my PIQ on the first year. What I did is that I first joined a job. So I was good in mathematics, and I like to teach. So I was doing part time to teach students and get some money also. And from those money, I used to go for these things: mountaineering courses and skiing courses and rock climbing courses. Also, I did played state level kickboxing championship and got a silver medal also. These things I did, and also I started running long distances like 5K, 10K. I'm not a good runner, but I started liking it, and I started running 5K, 10K these distances.
So you've got plenty of things in your inventory. Okay, sir.
Yes.
So tell us more about your, mountaineering course, skiing course, rock climbing. Just few things.
Okay, so mountaineering course is a 26-day long course where you get to learn about rock craft, snow craft, ice craft, that how do you walk in mountain, and how do you camp, how do you gain altitude, and all those basic things what a mountaineer knows. And I was interested into these adventurous activities since high school only. But earlier my aim was different, but here now in college I got an exposure that I have money also and I can go into these places on my own. So then I went to a mountaineering school. It is known as Abhimas, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Mountaineering and Allied Sports. It is situated in Manali. So it was a 26-day long course, and in mountaineering world, you say each group has ropes. So there were 13 ropes, and in fact, we got an award for best rope also. And yeah, so it was a very good course. It's a government certified course, and if you want to become a professional mountaineer, this is the first step you take. And this is what I did in after my first year. Like just after first year, you have summer vacations, right? So at that time, I did this one, and then after my third semester, I had winter break. So at that time, I did skiing course from IISM Gulmarg, Indian Institute of Skiing and Mountaineering. So if you have heard about HOS, High Altitude Warfare School, where Indian soldiers
Yes,
are
sir.
trained, it is also in Gulmarg. So we went to that place also. It is just opposite of IISM. Like they're situated very close to each other. And there I was the best trainee also in the skiing course, and it was a 14-day long course. And after that, after my fourth semester, I went for rock climbing course in NIM Uttarkashi, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarkashi. It is completely coordinated by army people, and there I did 12 or 14 days.
Okay, great, sir. Great to hear that. So you told us about your personal experience in both ND and CDS SSB. What have you learned? Ki what assessors, what are the difference assessors find in candidates? Like the more maturities we know, ki we want to be more mature. What else things that you have, observed?
One thing is that till class 12th, no, you don't have a lot of opportunities to do things. Like you have NCC and some plenty of sports, right? But so therefore the expectations is accordingly that if you like running, do little bit of running, or say you have played one or two sports, or say you are a responsible student who was a class monitor or anything like that, you have done some basic things. So these things are pretty much good enough for you, because till 12th you don't get a lot of opportunities. This is what I feel. But in the graduation entry, if you go, you have a lot of opportunities after class 12th, right? Most of the candidates live outside and they are on their own, and they can even earn for themselves, or they can go the places they want. They have free time to enjoy the sports. Till class 12th, you are involved in a lot of studies and those things. No? After that, you get exposure to outside things. So if you are going for a graduate entry and you don't have things in your PIQ form, it would be very much negative for you. But in the case of NDA, I think it could be managed. But in the case of CDS, it would be very negative in that case.
So have you done NCC, sir?
No, I haven't. In my college, there wasn't NCC.
Okay, so there are many aspirants who haven't done a NCC and think that they are already lacking behind, and you are the perfect example. So tell us what different you found among you and the NCC guys out there.
So there were guys of NCC who made it, and there were indeed NCC guys who were not able to. So it is not like you have done NCC, you shall certainly get into, and it's not like you haven't done, so you won't. It's just that what are things you have done in life, and are you able to explain very well to interviewing officer those things? Like if he puts up a question on you that why haven't you done NCC, that how well can you defend it, or how well can you convince him that you are not very much interested and these were the reasons? Because definitely if you want to join forces, and if you got an opportunity to join NCC and you aren't joining, then there must be a valid reason, right? Like another sports, or because of studies, or other thing. But if that's not the case, then you should prepare that beforehand.
Okay, great, sir. So, sir, I'm sure this must be your most memorable SSB, right? So, tell us about your basically every task, psychology, interview, GTO, one by one.
Okay, so first of all, it started with screening, right? So in screening, 75 were asked and 71 reported there, and out of 71, 37 were screened in. And so yeah, like most of us were screened in around 50-55%, I suppose. And then psych test was on the very same day. So like we got screened in, the results were announced around 1 or 2 o'clock, and then psych was evening from 5 o'clock. So we didn't got much time to revise or like take rest and everything, but I managed to just take 1 hour of sleep and just somehow revise the stuffs. And even a day before SSB, you don't get time to sleep sometimes now. Even if you do get, you don't sleep actually. So I was the one who was not able to sleep the whole night. I was just laying down for 1 or 2 hours, wasn't able to sleep. But psych test, it started, and I was lucky in one aspect that the things which I prepared for TAT basically, because in psych TAT matters the most, right? So when TAT started, out of 11 pictures, more or less 7 to 8 were pretty much known to me, because it's standard. Most of people know outside, right? What kind of pictures are they projecting? So around 7 to 8 pictures were very familiar, and other 3 I was able to manage. Then came the VAT. VAT, I think I missed 3 words. I was able to write 57. And even in those 3 words, 1 or 2 were the negative words. So I was not able to handle that. And one was like because of speed. So I was able to manage to get 57. In SRT, I attempted 41 words. Yes, 41 situations. And in the crux is in SD. That in SD, the last part I missed completely. Like what you want to become like, I missed that complete paragraph. This is what my
Okay.
psych test looked like.
So, sir, what is your basically your strategy to write TAT stories?
So what I feel is that TAT is more like I feel this personally that TAT is like little bit confirmatory. That if you don't give anything negative to the assessors, like anything negative, like somewhere you see blood or something, and you don't write any of the negative words related to it, which surprises you or makes you anxious, or anything negative about your closed ones, or anything which shows that you are fearful of something, any possible negative things which shouldn't be for a soldier. So in that case, he cannot give you a N in that case. That's what I feel personally. And then you have to build up positive things accordingly, like what according to your PIQ on your PIQ lines, and also like try to make your TAT more dynamic. For example, if you have, like in my case personally, I showed that I am very much interested in mountaineering and I do have knowledge about it because the relative pictures were accordingly in the same lines. So for one or two stories around, actually two stories, I wrote related stories related to that. But now I prepared for the blank picture. For the blank picture, I prepared story related to mountaineering, but I didn't wrote it because I already used it twice, right? So I wrote it related to my personal life, about my parents and my dream things. So try to make your TAT stories more diverse, which covers more and more things, so that psych gets an complete perspective that you are good in co-curricular activities, you like group things, you are good in planning also, you are good as a person also, you have good personal relations also. So try to make things little bit dynamic, and at the same time, my strategy was to keep things very simple. I didn't write a lot of hi-fi stories and those things. It was very sweet and simple what we do every day.
Okay, great, sir. So, sir, according to you, what should be a blank story?
Uh, I cannot say that what should be the like what's the perfect thing. I can tell that what I did and what worked out for me. So what I did was that I prepared two stories. One was about organizing a trek or mountaineering thing, and one was related to my personal thing. So that mountaineering thing already happened beforehand. So to make it diverse, I wrote about this thing that I wanted to be an army officer, and my parents will be proud, and I want to make them proud. It's a family thing that I'll be the first officer from my family. So my story was on those lines. And in that, in any case, if I included that story beforehand out of those 11 pictures, like suppose I get something where my parents are very much happy and I'm telling something to them. So in that case, it could be a possibility, that I'm telling that I'm selected, results are out. So my dream is going to be true in that case. So if I write this proud thing story there, then I would have written mountaineering one here. So I prepared 2 to 3 stories like that to make things very diverse.
Okay, great, sir. So, we talked enough about the psychological section. Now, let's come to the interview. What you found difficult, what you found easy, what is your piece of advice for the aspirants out there?
For the difficult part, I would say that in personally in my interview, the difficult part was that I was not able to very well justify or like convince him that why actually I want to join army now, because earlier I was interested into research mathematics, and
Okay,
like as I graduated from CMI, it's the best college in India for research mathematics. So I was, and my CGPA was not good, so I was not able to justify him very well that why actually I want to do this, not the research one for which I showed interest in my high school. And that was the tough part. And things worked on my lines because I prepared very well my PIQ form. Like whatever he asked me about mountains or skiing or about running or in fact about army things, I was able to answer those things. So that thing worked accordingly. And third thing is that about advice, if you say, then prepare your PIQ form as much as you can, because that's the only slip which the interview has about you, and he can ask questions accordingly, right? So prepare all the possible questions, whatever comes to your mind. Don't just give 1 or 2 or 3 hours, just give it days. What all things comes to your mind, write the answers, and like prepare it and try to improve the answers. And also don't just write it just for the sake of saying it to the interviewer. Write the answers which actually syncs with your personality, or at least what you become like, or want to become like, and you're close to. And also manage and prepare things well enough which are in your control. For example, all the knowledge about defense, that what's the structure of army, how many commands are there, what all weapons we are using, what you want to join, which arms would you like to join, which weapon is your favorite, all these things, and for air force entry accordingly. So these types of things is very much in your favor. So if you prepare these things very well, though you will be taught about these things in academy, but if you prepare these things very well, you show very much interest towards the defense forces and also the responsibility and that you have actually prepared for the interview. So these things can be prepared beforehand and it's in your control. It's just a matter of few days of studying. So prepare these things very well. Also a bit of current affairs and things around you, of course. And also prepare things on your personal level, that what all things your parents like in you, what all things you like about your parents, and especially what all things you don't like, because that's more important. Right? And these things must sink in with the things which you have wrote in your SD in the psych test, because as I have heard that SD in the psych test what you have wrote is with the interviewer in the actual interview. This is what I've heard from few of the assessors.
Okay. So, sir, which regiment do you want to join?
Like thankfully my interviewing officer didn't ask me about this one, but till now I have thought of joining infantry and especially like parasaf.
Okay, great, sir. So, after this, tell me what were the reaction of your parents when you got recommended, sir?
Like my father was very happy and proud, and my mother was also very happy, but she was a bit tensed that finally you got selected. I'm happy that you worked for it and got selected, but at the same time she was tense because of the nature of the job I'm getting into.
Just a second.
Okay.
Sorry for the interruption. Yes, sir. So we were talking about how your parents felt after your recommendation.
My father was very proud that I finally made it, because they saw me studying for written and for interview also. Even my mother was also happy because she saw me working hard. But she was a bit tensed because of at the end it's army, so like Indian moms have that thing, no?
Yeah. So, sir, we have talked quite enough about you now. Let's talk about your SSB group. How was it? How did you all spend time together in free time? How did you all, cooperate and perform well in GTO?
So like in my SSB group, one it was of 9 members and I had first group. So in general, I feel that we did good in GTO, and the way we interacted was like amazing. We make like, very good friends. We became very good friends there, sharing lot of our life stories with each other. And also, we did a lot of pranks. Like midnight, we wake up around 3 o'clock, around 2 o'clock, and we all 5 to 7 of us got dressed into formals and changed the timing of the clock. And one of the guy who was sleeping in the room, we just waked him up that it's 6 o'clock, CHM is calling, you're still sleeping. And that guy just dressed up quickly and ran outside. Then we called him back that it's still 2 a.m. So these things happened a lot. And this is one of the incident I told. There were multiple like this. And apart from that, I think we did very good in GTO.
Sir, can you explain what you did in GD? Like, how did you prepare? How did you prepare your lecturate? How about outdoor tasks? These things.
For GD, I went to AFPA. I took a coaching. I went to AFPA, and there, if anyone has went to AFPA, then he or she knows that there you get an opportunity to speak in group for more than 10 times. Like you have 5 PPT sessions and 3 4 GDs and 2 3 GPs. So you have more than 10 opportunities to speak in front of public and like in a participate in a group discussion. So actually, that really helped me to take off all the hesitation. So because of that, I got a habit that if I want to speak up something and I have thoughts in my mind, then even without framing it inside and caring about the beauty of the expression, I can speak it out just the way. Like in English, I can speak rather than Hindi. So that actually helped me out to prepare for GD. And for the knowledge segment, if you ask me, then I used to watch everyday daily newspaper analysis (DNA) by Major General Yashmore sir. It's a 1 hour session every day, roughly. So I made notes of that for I think 30 to 40 days of notes. So from there, I got some general knowledge perspective, which helped me in my individual interview also. And that's how I prepared for GD. And coming for the lecturate, what I did was that what all recent topics are coming in different SSBs. From there, I prepared and asked the students who just got recommended from 21 SSB Bhopal or from the 20 or 22 also, and also whatever I'm getting in this Telegram channels, that these are the recent topics of the lecture. I used to prepare those and just time that whether I'm able to structure things in 3 minutes and summary it up.
Okay, great, sir. So you must have not have any problem in the outdoor because of all your history in mountaineering and skiing and everything. So how did these help you improve your personality?
First of all, like in personality segment, I became a kind of yes person. That if there is something which is related to outdoor things, I'm always in. So that actually came into my habit also, that I just want to do that. So even in PGT, AGT, these things happen, that people say that you don't get opportunity to jump inside and do the task. There are a lot of people around you, but that's not the truth. If you see that FGT, final group task, or even in some of the PGTs, you have in first place only you have that big ramp kind of thing where you have to climb. So in that case, more than five candidates can climb and stand there and look for how to solve the problem. But in general, if we see that only one, two, three are interested and go into that, so they don't take initiative where they can actually take, and they complain for the places where they do not get the opportunity. So I suggest that wherever you get an opportunity, just take the initiative, and even if you don't get, just wait and be eager that you will definitely get the opportunity. And even then, if you are not getting, then ask for it. Gentlemen, if you're not able to solve the problem, please let me know. Can we switch places, since it's been long you are there? I have an idea, I want to switch the places, if you agree to it. Be humble, be polite, but you can ask for it if the other person is taking way long to solve it. That's what a logical person will do, right?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So you have been in like research mathematics college, right? So there the whole environment would be different. So how did you prepare for this SSB?
There the whole environment is different. After that, I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
So how did you basically, while being in the college, prepare for this SSB?
Okay, so in college, there were some of the people who were like bit extroverted and like became good friends. So from them, I used to talk a lot, roam around city. And coming to the SSB preparation, as I told that during the vacations part, I used to go out and do different kinds of things. Also in college, whenever I get an opportunity to play something, maybe in the college fest, uh, playing guitar or hosting the complete show, or playing any kind of sports. So I never left those things, because even like in research college already you get very less opportunities of co-curricular things. So whatever I got, I took that.
Okay, great, sir. So let's come to the, again preparation part. How did you get to know about DGSSB and how did it help you?
I think I like saw the group in some of the Telegram channel. I don't remember it. I joined it way back, but in some of the Telegram, from there I got the link, and I wasn't more very much into the group, but sometimes I have attended the PPDT sessions and GD sessions, and it is very much structured. And I surprised that why very few students come, because when I used to join, there were only 4 to 5 in GDs. In PPDTs, there are definitely more, but in GDs only 4 to 5 used to come. And there were students like you were there in one of the session, I don't remember very well, but directing very well, that when to give the opportunity to speak, when you can grab the opportunity to speak, how to work on the knowledge. So like very serious candidates used to come in GD. So that actually helped me in some sense, that motivated that I have to prepare well. I was getting encouraged that like I have to speak like this, I have to gain the knowledge. And at the same time, just after preparing, I used to end up again practicing with you guys.
Okay, great, sir. So, sir, after two setbacks, you got recommended. So you must have introspected quite a good amount. So tell me how one can introspect if we are facing setbacks.
Like first of all, like understand that why exactly you want to join a defense force, right? And what all things are required. Before that, like you must be interested into outdoor activities, right? So if you are actually interested, then why have you done it, or why haven't you done it? When do you got the opportunity to do it, and whether you took those opportunities or not? And if you haven't till now, then from now you should be taking. So these things can be done so that you can improve your PIQ form. And coming to the things that where you are wrong and where you are right. So be conscious, very much conscious that in observing yourself. For example, if you are going outside to eat something, and you're confused between two types of things, so how much time are you taking? So that actually complements that whether you are indecisive or not, right? So from there you can conclude that I have to work on this problem. At the same time, are you procrastinating your good things what you have planned? Are you procrastinating that or not? So that can also help. So just be very much conscious around your environment, and that will help. And pen down things, like whatever good things you have, whatever bad things you have, pen down those things, and that will help.
Okay, great, sir. So, sir, we have talked quite a lot about you now. Any piece of advices you want to give out to the young aspirants out there?
uh, like just the moment you start dreaming of it, start chasing it. Improve everything inside you, like the way you speak, communication skills, your language, and the knowledge, especially because if you have knowledge you have content to speak, and if you have content to speak, people will definitely listen to you. So improve your knowledge, improve your communication skills, improve your physical standards, do as much co-curricular activities you get, wherever you get the opportunity to do the co-curricular activities. And when the SSB is nearby around 5 to 6 months, then start thinking of SSB, that how does it look like, what is the pattern. SSB is not something like for which you prepare for 1 year or 2 year, but for years you can build up your personality, enhance it, and that will eventually help in your preparation. So last 3 to 4 months, give it to SSB preparation.
Okay, great, sir. Sir, it was great talking to you, and I really enjoyed the session as well. And all the best to you for your journey, sir.
Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you. Thank you.